Hello, I'm Nicholas Lamore. I wrote the show An Anarchist in Paradiso. It takes place on an island off the coast of Sardinia around the 1850s, which was a very politically tumultuous time for Italy. Not a comedy, drama, so it should be a bit of a change from the next show. I also have to just make this one disclaimer. I'm not an anarchist. I don't advocate anarchy. But I hope you enjoy the show. Sing to me of the man, O muse, the man of twists and turns, driven time and time again off course once he had plundered the hallowed heights of Troy. He's a poor old stranger, his home is far away.
You bastards! You kings and queens of Italy! Cato Pazzo lives! You royal little piles of merda! You tyrants! You wearers of fluffy wigs and speakers of fancy talk! Cato Pazzo has no gods! Ugh. Where am I? Lord, there's a man on shore! Oh, hello. What's your name? I'm sorry, do I recognize you?
No, probably not. You look like you've had a long day.
You have no idea. Little word of advice, never trust a pirate.
Excuse me?
Or a government. Don't trust the government, but also don't trust the pirate. I'm not drunk, by the way.
It's too bad. Did you hit your head?
Would you mind telling me where I am? Not that I plan on staying. I need to figure out which direction to sail.
I think I asked your name earlier.
Oh, Ferdinando Carli.
No way.
Hey, hands off.
Do you have any idea where you are?
No. I'm still a little bit disoriented. It was a long swim.
This is Paradiso.
Nah.
It's the Pazzo boy! Cato Pazzo!
Well? Shit.
Glad to be home?
No.
Would it kill you to at least be respectful about it?
Listen, I don't
Your
mean...
Rossi's being very generous towards you, letting you eat and sleep in this house.
I don't mean any disrespect, but I saw the pastor the sign of the cross when I walked by today.
Then maybe you could show people how you've changed. That you're not the same old boy who used to dump buckets full of fish onto the school teacher, eh? Listen, you've got a choice to make. You can either be quiet and cooperative for the next couple of days until you find a way to leave. Or you can cause trouble and get in trouble. Do you understand?
Same old Donato.
Come on in.
Hello. I hope you're feeling all right. Come on in. Never better.
Cato, this is Luca Rossi. This is my sister, Leonella. Do you remember them?
Of course.
Luke and Leonella were engaged last week.
Oh. That's a miracle if I've ever seen one. I know. She's a beautiful girl. Talks too much, but beautiful. You know, Cato, I can still remember your old antics. Still the same old tricks.
Yes. Of course not.
No, not at all. Well, I guess that's for the best. Didn't do your father any good. Did you ever end up finding the old man? Yes, I did. And how was he? I prefer not to talk about it.
Not much you can say about shaking pots at the dinner table. After all.
True enough.
So, how come you decided to come back home, kiddo?
I didn't.
Found Cato or something to be sure. Feeling he doesn't want to have to talk about that either.
No, actually, it's fairly simple. I led a failed insurgency in an attempt to remove the government of Sicily.
That's enough.
We were put down by the military in Naples before the movement could spread. When the dust cleared, all my friends had either run away or been shot. So I arranged a deal with a group of smugglers for passage to Florence, where I could start this all over again. Because I hear they're a lot more open to that sort of thing in Florence. But then I heard that the smugglers were planning to turn me around, send me back to Naples for a bigger price. So I jumped overboard, woke up here.
We won't have any of that sort of talk in my house.
What? I thought the whole kill the king of Sicily thing was popular up north. Sardinia is where we got our guns.
We don't speak of treason here.
That's terrible.
That's not terrible. That's what's right. That's what heroes do when they see what's right. Well, cowards just keep canning sardines.
Out. Out of this house. Get out!
Leonella?
Kiddo, what is this place? Are you in somebody's house?
Seems to me like it's been abandoned for a while.
Smells like hooker pigs.
No one wanted to live in my father's old apartment. Everybody hated him.
He was a drunk and a troublemaker the way I remember.
You know they banished him? They forcefully removed him from this island. I thought he left because he was sick of them. Turns out, he left because they were sick of him.
Listen, kiddo, the NATO sent me here to tell you that they can't get you back to the mainland since the fishing boats were not birds.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Good.
Leonella,
Yes?
you remember when we used to be troublemakers?
When we were children?
Why do you pretend like you don't know me?
You haven't set foot on this island in 5 years, kiddo.
You stopped talking to me before I left.
Maybe because I grew up and you didn't.
Trust me, I grew up. I grew up real fast after that. I never have, and never will, meet another person like you. That's just the truth. But you didn't grow up. You gave up. You gave up on being free.
Kiddo, please. Did you really do those things that you said? About insurgency?
Yes, I did.
Grow some palate, huh?
Dad?
To raise a man or a woman, for God's sake.
Can't take it anymore. I can't go to Florence and start this all over again. I sailed out of that city a broken man. I left Naples feeling worse about myself and this goddamn world than I ever did when I left this island looking for you. You remember when you gave me this? They left.
Trusty compass. Points north most of the time.
You remember what you told me that day?
Not exactly.
You told me that men like you and I would live our lives without any friends or anybody to love us. You told me that society would always hate us because we'd always be bastards.
Did I?
But you were wrong.
Was I?
I'm not like you.
I can't keep fighting my whole life.
Can't you?
I can't! I want people to like me. I want Leonella to like me. Sometimes I wonder, is this even my war I'm fighting? Or is it yours?
I don't know. You figure it out.
I will. Well, I think I have.
You think? Or you know?
I know.
Then do something about it. By the way, Kate, I love you either way.
Hello, Peter.
Hey. They still call this place Pirates Cove?
Nobody comes here anymore.
Getting some peace and relaxation?
I was.
I'll come back later and do this action.
Wait, what were you doing?
Burying my father. He died in Naples in a protest shortly after I arrived. They wouldn't let me have the body, so I'm using this. Figure I'll fill it with dry wood, light it on fire, and float down with the tide out here.
Why?
I need to let go. You should grow up. You were right.
But why the...
The compass. It was something he gave me when I was a child. It's my last memory of him. The fire, I thought, was a nice touch. He would have wanted to go out with a bang. The ashes belonged in the water. They could be swept across this great earth and hopefully never come into contact with human beings ever again. And if you're wondering why here, well, you know why.
I think you'd appreciate that. I think you're a smart man to try to look out.
Should I burn the sign too?
No, don't burn the sign.
Do you remember why he showed us this place?
Not exactly.
Because he caught you in our closet, trying to skip catechism. Found my stash of stolen things from underneath my bed. So he showed us this place so we'd have plausible deniability.
He was a strange man.
He built the sign too.
He was not the positive role model.
He was... No. I guess he wasn't.
So you're saying you regret the whole anarchy thing? That you're done with that?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm done with that.
Just now? Out of the blue, you're done?
Figure now is as good a time as any. I don't think I'm gonna get back on that boat. I'm gonna stay here.
And don't do this now. Put your father to rest, so that the townspeople can see. Prove to us that you're not crazy anymore. Donato might even let you back into this town.
We want a standard burial. A grave, stone, the church.
Do that.
I don't know if I can.
Then don't.
provisions in place to come a body's house. Your father will be buried behind the closet moat, and the rest tell the other people who will live on the sound. No one will know you ever been around.
Good. I hate to ask this, but did you go to church while you were in Naples?
No. You should change that. I should.
And I know a place where you can work gutting fish. Good honest work for a good honest man.
You can see your boat docking down. You changed your mind. This now would be the time.
I need to step outside. Get some air. I promise I'll be right back.
Cato, what are you doing? You're so close to putting this all behind you.
Leonella, I want to. I want to put this all behind me, but that's not an easy thing to do.
But it is. Just go along. Follow the tide. Live day to day.
Tell me, why can't I bury my father the way I want to and live in this town at the same time?
Why does it matter?
Didn't I tell you how my father died? I watched the monarchists shoot him dead. I watched them drag his body away so that he couldn't be martyred. My father didn't believe in God. And he thought the church was just the weapons that kings use to get us all to fall in line. And you know what? It is. I've only had a few friends in my day, and not good ones. But I watched each and every one of them die in Naples in the riot that set me on the run here. Tell me, if I bury my father like this, is that the way they're going to bury me? Underneath a cross that I've despised my whole life?
Cato, please.
My father told me that men like him and I would live our lives without anybody to love us. Tell me that's not true.
You don't have to, Cato. You just have to choose. Choose like I did. You can either be an anarchist or be loved. Live in your hometown. Be buried with the rest of us. You can't be an anarchist in Paradiso.
I will. Hey, I'll choose. Hey, I'll get your hands off her. I'll fall now. Hands off. You know, I'll learn to shut my mouth. Get your hands off her, you son of a bitch. Ah!
You idiot! Look what you did!
Scum. You always have been. You'll never be anything more.
Please, Donato, just let him make up for it. He's not evil, just a buffoon. Just let him apologize.
Oh yeah? Apologize then. Do it by kissing my boot. Kiss my muddy boot, soaked in the blood and odors of sardines. And then maybe I'll let you stay on the sideline.
Do it, Cato. Luca can forgive you. He's a fickle-headed man. Stay in Paradiso.
I'm not going to kiss his boot, Leonella. A long time ago, you might have understood why. I never have, and never will meet another person like you. But I've come to terms with that.
I've never been so satisfied in all my life. You knocked him out just like you did in school 10 years ago. I don't think his nose will ever go back. Hey, we're going to Florence now, right?
I'm going to Florence now.
I guess that's fair. Hey, at least you're not burying me to lay forever next to Donato's dad. Do me a favor, though. Spare me the matches. Find me the overkill. That's my boy.